Hello, everybody, and welcome to the FAI World Series for race 12 in Brazil. I am Jean David, and tonight I have the great opportunity to be here tonight with two Brazilian glider pilots. We have Valeria. Valeria, good evening, good day.
Thank
Vale.
you. Hello, everybody.
And
It's
Gustavo,
a
hello.
pleasure.
Hello, everybody. Very welcome.
So maybe you can present yourself just with in a minute, Valeria.
Okay, I am Valeria, the president of Brasilia Glide Federation. I am a glide pilot and instructor flight in my club. My club is the near from São Paulo. And every year I fly in Luiz Eduardo Magalhães in Bahia. It's a very nice local and good thermals, and well, it's the paradise of the cross country in Brazil.
Okay, we have chance tonight. And Gustavo, good evening, good day. Can you present yourself?
Thank you. My name is Gustavo Androni. I'm from São Paulo. I fly in Tatuí Glider Club, a city near for São Paulo. It's 100 kilometers west of São Paulo. And I fly since the 19. I'm a glider pilot, have the C badge, and I'm working to my gold badge. I participated some championships in Brazil and fly there in Tatuí, in flying a virtual flight too.
Okay, so we'll discuss a bit more in a few minutes during the race. Maybe Tim, can you show us the task for today? Okay, we are going to Brazil. So as you said, the race tonight starts from Bahia. So Bahia is in quite north of the Brazil from the region you are flying. We can see here the farms and the fields just below the pilots. The pilots are connected tonight, approximately 20 pilots, if I'm right. Tim, you can tell us the right number. And everybody here are waiting just before the start line. So the start line is in the bottom of your screen right now. We can see start below the vario. Okay, thank you, Tim. So now the start is on the left, and everybody is waiting just before the start. They are trying to know a bit more about the weather, how it is to feel these thermals. So today the weather is quite representative of what we can expect from Brazil. We have some good advice from you from Brazil. So tonight the weather is with a wind of 23 kilometers from east, with some high variation of wind. We have strong thermals, and here the cloud base is about 2,000 meters, but as the ground is 800 meters height, the cloud base from the ground should be 1,200 meters approximately. So here we are, middle of October. Is it the type of weather we can expect in Bahia in this season?
Yeah, the good season is to May to
Okay.
September. And the October it's rain.
Okay, so it is the raining season, and are you flying in this month of October generally, or it's quite difficult?
More
Yeah, it's more
difficult,
difficult. So
a little.
this is one of the opportunity to fly virtual. Gustavo, you know it. Even if when it's raining outside, we can select and choose the weather we want to have, even late in the evening. So tonight the pilots will face strong thermal, a bit of wind in this race. Tonight we can see that Emmanuel Cartier, the pilot we are looking at, is flying the ASW20, the SW20. So tonight it's club class gliding. It's a 15 meters glider without ballast, as the club class expects. And with this glider, we have not a great gliding ratio, but it will be fun. With a low cloud base, we will see very interesting strategy, I think. And yeah, we will see what the task will be. Maybe Tim, you can go to the 2D view just before the start. Okay, thank you, Tim. So here we have an overview of Brazil. So we are quite in the middle of Brazil in Bahia. And just to know a bit, in what region are you flying in Brazil? It is more on the north of Bahia, or the south?
In the south.
It's
In
we fly in south in São Paulo. It's 10 degrees to south, near the Rio de Janeiro, near São Paulo. Bahia is the north of Brasilia.
Yeah, so we have
Uh,
Rio right now. We have Sao Paulo
yes,
just behind
yes.
you, and this is the
Uh,
region you are flying.
uh,
Bahia, is it the
it's
northern?
it's a it's our yellow square there in map. There
Yeah.
it's a desert conditions. The
Okay.
meteorology conditions is a desert. It's a strong thermals. It's a flat area. It's an incidence solar. It's a huge. The all summer, all entire year.
Okay.
the
So
the clubs in Brazil are in the south of the country, and São Paulo, Rio Grande do Sul, and Paraná and the Santa Catarina in the south. And in the center of the country, we have only one club.
yeah, it's only Bahia.
400, yes, no, 400 kilometers from Bahia, from Luiz Eduardo Magalhães.
Okay.
And then near from Brasilia, in the capital of the country.
Okay. So Bahia is the northern gliding club, or there is another club more in the north.
No,
The
So
northern.
no,
it's another. Okay.
there isn't club in Bahia.
Okay, so maybe just a focus on the task tonight. Thank you, team. So where you can see all the competition numbers, it's the start line. The first leg is down in the southwest. So the first turn point is the one who is on the left of your screen. The first leg is about, I am looking for the information for, it is approximately 90 kilometers, exactly 89.3 kilometers. Then we turn on the east to turn point 2. We have then a leg of 55 kilometers, and we go back to the north for 82 kilometers, and the total task is 227.4 kilometers tonight. We expect a race between 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hour maximum. Great, thank you, Tim. Maybe go back to the Condor view to see who is connected tonight. So I have the right number. We have 47 pilots competing tonight. We can see Alamantazuyu. I don't think that there is a Brazilian pilot tonight. I saw that during the entire competition, there were only one Brazilian competitor, Cristiano Moreira, and unfortunately, he only scored for the 4 first races, and he didn't manage to fly until this time. So, as we are at the race 12, if you do not score between race 4 and race 12, you can't have a great overall score over rank. But we had one Brazilian pilot. So who is flying? We have GKK on the left, Jonan. We have maybe the other Witold Rozak on the Polish gang. He's at the 5th place right now on the overall ranking in this competition. We have who we have. I saw that Martin May is connected. Maybe Anne Martin Gettler is here too. And yes, they are already at the cloud base. Jarmo Karjalainen, JKK from Sweden. We have Fox 9 too. Arne Martin Gettler, the reigning world champion. I don't know if you know that, but a few weeks ago, at the end of August and the beginning of September, we organized the FAI, Sailplane Grand Prix final in Pavolo in Italy, and Arne Martin Gettler win this competition. So he's right now the world champion, and we will see in a few years if he will be another year the world champion or not. So how many time do we have before the start? It should be around 4 minutes to 3 minutes, I think. 6 minutes before the start. So you can see that the different pilots are forming some gaggles right now. They are trying the best lift just before the start line. And what type of competition are you organizing in Brazil? Maybe Valeria, what can you explain to us if there are regional competitions?
Yes. We have 4 competitions, 1 national and 3 regional championships, and the 1 regional in each region where there are many clubs.
Okay, so how many regions do you have to fly and to compete?
3
3? Okay.
regions, and south and southeast, and western, center western.
And at the end, you have a national competition too?
Yes, the national, it's each year it's a specific region.
Okay. And Gustavo, have you ever won
And
your regional
sometimes,
competition?
I participated the regional in Southeast a long time ago in some city of San Carlos. And I'm back into championship now next year in club class.
Oh, and what type of glider are you flying in club class?
Club class, we fly a Brazilian glider. Name is Quero Quero. It's made in Brazil. It's a wooden
Okay.
glider.
We do not have it in Condor. Tonight we have a lot of ASW20, of course. Maybe some
Yeah.
LS4, I don't know. We will see.
I fly in glider I fly in virtual gliding in Pan American Championship too. Yeah,
Okay.
in third place or in flyaway SW20 in club class. I have several competitions in fly
Okay.
yes,
So
in Brazil. In Brazil, the Brazilian Gliding Federation organizes the virtual gliding championship, and we are in the 6th
You listen me?
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we'll get prepared for the start. Timothy, can you tell us the countdown? 2 minutes and 30 seconds before the start. So everybody in the chat, you can send us messages to tell us who are you supporting. Tell us who is your favorite pilot. Tell us what you can expect from this race and what is your ideas about the decision the pilot are making, or just to say hello, you can send us a message. We have some messages. Yeah, so the cloud base is at 2,000 above ground level, and JKK is from Finland. Yes, I said Sweden, sorry. JKK is from Finland. On YouTube, we have no comments for now. You can see that there is no pilots thermaling right now. They are preparing themselves, getting at the right speed, at the right altitude, at the right time.
Mhm.
They are losing their energy, managing to cross the start line at the right altitude.
Everybody's ready to go.
Yeah, Anne Martin and Eco Quebec are going straight. Maybe they are ready to cross the start line. 50 seconds before the start. A lot of pilots on the left of the start line. Be careful, fly safe. It is important not to crash your glider at the beginning. Maybe they saw a great energy line on the left. That's why they choose this decision, this opportunity to have a great start.
This time it is a delicate,
Yeah, very stressful moment.
yes, that's one.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Race is on.
Yes, nice view.
Yes.
So Mia Iknos on the right, a great gaggle on the left, Anne Martin, the world champion, in the middle. We will see what the pilot will face in a few moments. Everybody
I
took
believe
a great start. Very safe. It's all we require. Sandor Lorignac in the left gaggle. Okay, so now we cross the start line. We can try to find what the pilot will do. It is a bit tricky now because they have a lot of cloud above them, and to find the right one, the good one to have a great thermal, it can be tricky. Here you can see that we can delimit the great thermals and the great cumuluses, and that's why there were so many people on the left. We saw a great cumulus above them, and everybody is going to try it. On the right, it's the same thing, and Anne Martin is going straight. Very interesting view. Thank you, team. Some pilots are pulling, trying to get a bit of potential energy. Sandor is the only one who stops. So you can see down of your screen the variometers, but it's the instant value. So it is not average, it is not compensated. So you can see very important values like 20 meters per second, but as it is instant value, when you pull your variometers, instant value rise, and it's not compensated. So just be careful with this value. We didn't set up 20 meters per second variometers right now.
You have two options in this the start. Or you get the first cloud and go to base, or you go to near the layer of the danger and climb to base more front. What should the people is do?
In the previous race, it was a better glide ratio glider. So the race only depends on 5 to 7 climbs. But here with a club class glider, as your glide ratio is worse than the previous race, you will have more think during the transitions, and you will need to find better and more thermals. So the race and the winner tonight will depend on more thermals than if we were on great glide ratio gliders. But as we are flying with the best pilot in the world tonight, you don't have to mess up. You have to choose the right spot, the right thermal, and not stop everywhere, because if you stop everywhere, the time to find the thermal, to find the center of it, it is lost time, and some of the pilots right now won't let you any chance to make a mistake. So it is very hard. Marcin May, Frank Schwegweder, sorry. Frank managed to race very well at the previous race. I will check his final score, but I think it was the third place. I check that in a second. Yeah, Frank managed to get third at the previous race, just after Zbiciek and Uwe Melzer. We can see that they are looking for the great thermal. Uwe Melzer just stops a few meters before. Marcin May, Frank and others, Yarmo, are finding the right spot. So what would you do, Valeria, right now? If you are in a great thermal like that, are you trying to reach the top, or do you try to go further, maybe finding something better to have a better climb rate and trying to do your own way?
I try fluctuate. I
Yeah.
try get the thermal and go. If find 5 meters or more, you stop and go. But the try and error, try and error. The search the new cumulus and get expecting the strong thermal there, but not you cannot lost your route. You deviate to 15 or to left or to the right, you lost the middle the middle of the speed. If you lost one thermal, you lost your race. Regatta, the race in lane, in Bahia gliding, it's very head to head. Best you
Yes.
maintain fluctuate. The tactical I see
In
the
lane,
people, sorry, the people see climb a few meters and go. It's a good strategy too. Sorry, Valeria.
no, I said that the in lane it's different because we up in the blue
Yeah.
in the racing in the cross country more thermal than in the clouds.
And what are the best distances you can do in Brazil, in Bahia, or in other region in Brazil?
In the north in Brazil, it's 1,150 kilometers, and in
Okay.
lane 1,100 kilometers.
Okay, with the best gliders, I think in the best region at the best moment is about 1,000
Yes.
kilometers. Okay, quite good. And Gustavo, in Brazil, what are the best climb rates you can expect?
In southeast, you get 4 meters. You get in high summer, né? Three. In São Paulo, you depend on the region. The glider club of the Valéria, it's close of the sea. it's more, you get the bad thermals. For the west, you
Yeah.
get the 4 meters, 4.5. In Bahia, the weak thermal is 5. The weak
No,
thermal
it's
it's
more, Gustavo.
no, the
It,
weak thermal it's a 5. The
yeah,
strong thermal is
yeah.
8. So get
Looks great.
this is the 5. It's a weak. I need to get the more strong. 8 meters. It's a nice. It's the region of the Bahia. It's another planet.
Okay, it's maybe because it is further from the sea and you have a more continental weather, something like that.
Uh, in São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, and south, you have the mountains protecting the sea to cities. Have the difference of the plateau. Have the mountains in the sea to entering plateau. This protect from the cold front enter of the Atlantic from the Antarctica, the south. In more the west, the 800 kilometers or 500 kilometers to west, you get more isolated area to fly gliders. Isolated in meteorologic point, not have interference from the meteorologic, then glider club near the sea. The best fly in the west. You have Bebedouro, Bauru, Marília, the glider clubbers in São Paulo and the west of São Paulo have the good solar incidence, the good thermals in the September, October, November, December, January.
Okay. Well, I would love to have 5 to 10 meters in my region, but it's not the case. And tonight we are seeing more or less 3 meters per second. We can see from this view, thank you team, that the pilots are quite spread out uh, behind the different cumuluses. We saw different type of gliders. I saw Michel Bigan with the Libelle. Thank you team, on the left of the screen. So depending on the glider you fly tonight, you have different handicaps. So the more the glider is performant and more handicap you will have. So your points will be compensated from this handicap. And the glider is the Libelle is a well-known glider because of its shape, so different from the other. You love it, you don't love it. It's one of them, but you can't be in the middle. You like it or you hate it. I don't like it personally, but it's my personal point of view. So thank you, Michel Bigan, for being here with the Libelle. Very on the left of the track. I think it's a good option for Libelle pilot because with a strong wind from the east, so now from the left, each time you will take a thermal, it will be pushed on the track, and you won't be pushed away from it. So if when he stops, he will be pushed on the track, and it's easier for him to catch up the leaders with a glider which is more sensitive to the wind, like a Libelle, like he's flying. We are on the first leg. The distance flown is 25 kilometers, so we have more kilometers to do on the first leg because the first leg is 90 kilometers. So we are a bit a third of the first leg. Marcin May, ASW20, they are going quite low. I don't know where are the pilots who stops a few minutes when I ask you if you would stop or not. Maybe they will arrive. Oh, okay, we can see Uwe Melzer, Witold Rozak, Kill Juliet, and the other pilots. They are going fast. 200 kilometers, 2,200 meters, and they are fighting. They are arriving fast and high. We have all the great pilots. Yarmo, Stewart and Scholl, Marcin May. In front of them, very great cumuluses. They do not mesh with the other. It's very clear. The objective is clear, I think. Just a stop. So yeah, you can see that the pilots like 579 are quite low. They did not manage to find a better climb to be higher than the other at the same point. 200 kilometers per hour, flying straight. So this type of race during the FAI World Series are not designed to be too difficult. Okay, the weather, the task, the duration are okay. So when you are joining us to fly in this type of race, you can fly with the best pilot of the world and you can discover and enjoy the competition in Condor without a lot of experience. If you are joining us or joining the competition in virtual gliding, you can join the World Series and fly with Marcin May, Vito Drozak, and Yarmo and the others. It is a great way to learn because when you are watching the best pilots, you can see, watch, learn about what they are doing, why they are doing this thing, and try to follow them. And when you are trying to follow the world champion, it should be difficult, but I think you will learn a lot. And yeah, Gustavo, you know that in real competition is the same. If you know that the great pilot are this guy and this guy in the competition, you will try to follow them.
This, I believe, the Martin case, Martin mates is our best strategy now. It's flying, climb few meters, 100, 200, and maintain the high speed, the average high speed.
Yeah, I think they are very consistent. They have a very, how can I say, a very dynamic style of fly.
Yes.
They push a lot during the transition, and they manage to choose very fast if they try the thermal or not. And this dynamic is very important for the average speed
Yeah.
overall and at the end of the race.
I
You're right.
believe the Bahia has a problem. If you stay low, you get the trap. The thermal, it's not clear where exactly in the start. The cumulus are huge. You enter in the descendant area for the thermal or not get the thermal low, you lost the race. And stay high, it's more security, it's better strategy in Bahia.
Yeah, I think you are totally right. In Condor, it's a bit easier because the way of computing the thermals are more mathematic than in real life. But it's a great thing to not going too low, to have the plenty of options because when you are low, you need to climb, so you do not have the choice of the thermal. You take the first one who comes to you, and it may be not the best of the day, but you need to take it, and you will see the best glider pilots in front above you, who are going 200 kilometers because they decided to only take the best one. Jim, the Swede, going on the front of the race right now, taking another option more on the right, on the west. Kilo Mike India also just behind him. Thank you, Tim. So we are on the first leg of the race 12 of the World Series in Brazil. So the race is leaded right now by Zulu Lima 7. He managed to fly approximately the half of the first leg. And the others are following him. We can see 3 Juliet, Mike X-Ray, and the others. Right now, we don't have great pilots who took the lead. We have a strong gaggle, a dynamic gaggle in the middle of this package right now. But Zulu Lima 7 is quite low, I think. He took the risk to go straight and way before the others, but quite low right now.
The risk is strategic.
Yeah, a bit risky, but we will see if it's pay. At the end, I will try to find its altitude. Zulu Lima 7, yeah, is 800 meters. Okay, so he's very, very low. Maybe
Very,
it
very
will
low.
be an outlanding, but
Yeah,
I see that
Entering is a trap.
but
exactly entering the trap.
but yes, but in the south, it's a depression. It's the flat. It's the difference. It's 203 meters, and then it's possible to solve.
Yeah, right now I do not have the choice. If he find a thermal like he's trying right now, he needs to take it, even if it is a half of a meter per second. He have to climb unless the race is finished for him. But I can see that there are plenty of fields just below him, so maybe the outlanding will be very safe. The fields right now is maybe more long than the actual airfield, so it will do that safely, I think. Juan is following, but he's quite low. Juan is right now the 10th pilot in the overall ranking, so a tricky moment with if he wants to keep this 10th position, he will need to find the best climb right now. It looks okay, and a standard Cyrus, the best glider, to my mind, because I love it. Standard Cyrus flying at 170 kilometers per hour, even if it is quite low.
Entering danger area too.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe Valeria, we have sometimes to speak about your virtual gliding competition in Brazil. So you said you organize the national virtual gliding competitions. Can you speak about it for a minute?
Okay. In Brazil, we have 450 pilots, active pilots, and we are a big country, but a small a small pilots in the country here. And the second in the South America, and the first one is Argentina. And we have maybe 20 or 30 pilots in the championship.
Okay, so it's quite good. And do you organize it
Yes.
in a week, or is it in the entire winter?
Uh, no, the championship is 1 week. When the national is together regional, it's 15 days.
Okay. And how many times did you organize this competition?
In the year?
No, no. Did you start during the COVID period in 2020, or in 2023?
No,
It is
no,
the first
every
one.
year. Every year.
Okay. So you have a Brazilian champion in esports too.
Yes.
And
And I am the only woman in the cross country in Brazil. And I am the only woman the records, the, the family records here.
okay, so we hope that you are doing everything you can to get the feminine in this sport, because in France we have the opportunity to have some events dedicated to women, to manage and to try to get them in the glider, because it's not a question about male or female in the cockpit. It's about the experience and your experience of flight. So we are happy to see women in this sport. In Brazil, if you are the only one who do cross country, it's a bit of shame. But I hope you will get a lot of members in this sport, because it is fantastic, as
Ye-
we all know.
Yes, we have a lot of opportunities to men and women, but here we have the problems with the space air and the costs of the sports in Brazil, and
Okay.
without help of the government.
We have in 2018 some women's in a category of male category, né? Remember, Valéria, em Bebedouro Nationals.
Yes, and 6 years ago we have two women in competition, me and Carolina.
Okay, it's a beginning, but you will manage to get it. And speaking about the airspaces, do you have some trouble with the airspace? I don't know if the sky in Brazil is lot of airspaces or not.
Not. Normally, the air clubs are in the cities, and this is complicated of the traffic, air traffic, and the airspace is controlled
Mhm.
with by Air Force, Brazilian Air
Okay,
Force.
it's more military airspaces.
Yes,
It's a paradox, né? It's a huge country, but we limited problem
yes,
of the airspace. But it is a problem. It's a same of the Europe. The glider club. It's a close of the big cities. The big cities have big traffics, and big traffics have problem with airspace.
Yeah, in each country you need to manage the airspace as you can, and the glider club around Paris in France have this type of trouble. When you are away from Paris, you know that all the directions to Paris are need to be avoided. So you can only go away from Paris. You have only one direction when you are doing some cross country. A few kilometers away, you can do whatever you want, but you have to respect that. In Condor, and tonight we spoke with the local authorities in Brazil, and we managed to deactivate every airspace. So tonight we are free. We, ma- we managed. We speak well with them, and it is okay for us.
It's a nice option. But in Lane, Bahia, not have problem with airspace. In
yes. We
the
have a
glider,
problem.
uh, the glider club de Valéria, exactly bottom behind of the heavy traffic between São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. The
Mhm.
glider club is in the middle. They have the air bridge, né? That's how I have having a half hour having a flight to São Paulo Rio. The glider club of Valéria, it's below for this problem.
Okay, this is a chance.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, the one club of the world that it does a flight plan to glide of the
uh,
glide.
Well, if you
uh,
always need to do a flight plan, it would be a shame. But fortunately, you have a region without airspaces, so it could be okay. But in France, we don't need to do a flight plan at each flight, and
mhm.
it's cool.
It's nice.
Yes, very nice.
Okay, maybe team, we can have an overall view an overview of the race with a 2D view to see where are we.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, we can see the different options. So as we can expect, without any mountains, the line of the different pilots are quite straight. They are going to turn point one. Most of them are east from the track because the wind is pushing from the right on your screen right now from the east.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a head gaggle. Right now, a lot of pilots are with Charlie November right now. And the other are following. We have another option on the left. Um, it could be interesting to follow them. They are on the, I can't say the wrong side of the track, but on the most difficult side of the track, on the left, on the west. And we will see what the pilot will face. So Zulu Lima 7 on top of your screen right now. He was low and I don't think he managed to climb very well. He's at 1,000 and 200 meters, so he's out of the dangerous altitude, but
Mm-hmm.
he was slowed down for a moment to gain some altitude. Witold Drozak here in the middle of your screen, who is doing a transition. He's going straight. He's flying at 2,700 meters, so he's quite high. He managed to do it very well, and he have the heading gaggle in front of him. Maybe he will join them if they are climbing to catch up the leaders. Okay, so right now, yeah, the pilots are spread between 2,800 meters to 1,400 meters, so it is okay. Nobody is in the dangerous zone right now. Yeah, Vito Drozak, 200 kilometers going straight. He has flown 62 kilometers in the first leg, so yeah, 60% of this leg, and he's not joining the others. Maybe he saw a better cumulus on the track, and you saw Marcin May. He saw Vitold. He's at the cloud base. He has no time to lose. So they are going straight and they are following by all the other pilots, Zbitsek, Yarmo, and others. Thank you, team, for this information. So right now, Michel Bigan with 123 kilometers per hour as average speed, compensated with the handicap. On the best average speed, we have Marcin May, I think. Yeah, Marcin May with 127.6 kilometers per hour. Great average speed when we think that they are using club class gliders. It is quite fast. So as we said before, 130 kilometers per hour because they just climb. So they were stopped for a moment, so the average speed is a bit lower than we can expect. So 130 kilometers per hour with a 230 kilometers race, it would be 1 hour and 40 minutes approximately.
This type of the race, if you lost your thermal, you lost the race. It's head to head.
Exactly, and what you say is pretty interesting because we saw that this heading gaggle, in terms of energy, they are quite the same. They have 200 kilometers per hour. They are approximately the same altitude. So at this time, one of these, how many of them? There are approximately 10. So if one of them did not manage to get one strong thermal, if the other did it well, it is lost. They are so
Yes.
close in terms of energy right now. Any decision is important. And we have Vito on the right.
Uh, I believe it is separated for two teams. The leader of this team make the one mistake that everyone following lost the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it
You're
made me
totally
a
right
bit.
because we spoke with the 2D view with Gaggle on the west, and we can see that Whiskey 22 on the bottom on the background in the screen right now. They are quite high. They are quite high, and not they are not late compared to Sandor, Uwe Meltzer, and Vitol. They are great place too. So we will see. Interesting to see a few of them stopping, trying to catch up a great lift, trying to make the difference. Thank you, team. So Jim on the west option, leading the west option with the ASW 20, 2,200 meters, 200 kilometers per hour. Great speed. Thank you, team, for this great view. Another point of view. Okay, so they are a bit late, but not that far away. The only thing that can be a bit difficult is as the wind is coming from the east, you can see that Marcin May and the others are pushed with the wind, and Jim and the other needs to go front with a small component front, but not too much. Marcin May trying to find another climb. Okay, so Gustavo, do you have an idea why they are going below the cumulus and not going straight to the turn point?
The wind is in the tail from this team, no?
Yeah, exactly, from the left right now.
I believe the risk is the best option. You use the tailwind to push yours for the turn point and get the strong thermal in front, but you not lost the opportunity of the thermal after the turn point. It's close for the turn point to stop and climb. You lost the race. You climb now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Taking the thermal right now will push you to the turn points, and they have to be careful because the next leg is totally with the wind in front of you. So it will be a difficult leg, and you need to be as high as possible when you will turn the turn points. And we'll see if
Uh,
they will find a great thermal right now.
yes, the theory say to you stay high to start a leg counter wind, but I believe this the team it's stay high, not stay high, using the tailwind to push to turn point. Not, if you find a blow up the 6 meter thermal, I believe this is doing now. Go to base, get the thermal, get the point, stay high to do headwind.
Yeah, and you can see here that they are trying to find it, but very different position. Kilo Juliet and Marcin May didn't circle in the same position, so maybe Marcin
Not
missed it.
found the thermal.
Yeah, maybe he missed it, and he will be in a tricky situation going to the turn point and coming back afterwards. He will try to catch up
Trying,
the same
try and
slip.
find the thermal, but not found nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So we are here in the race 12 of the World Series 2023 for the FAI. Norberkist right now is going to the turn point one, and he will be the first pilot to turn point one. We'll have 140 kilometers left after this turn point, and the next leg is faced to the wind, and we are flying above an airport, Fazenda Al Acalanda. Is that it?
Fazenda Caranda.
Caramba.
Caranda. The name of Bahia is strange.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for the pronunciation.
Bahia has strange names.
Yeah, maybe I took off there.
Or sugar, or soy,
Yeah.
or cotton, or everybody all say
No.
together.
In this in this time it is cotton,
Cotton,
and the second semester is cotton, and the first semester it's soya.
soya.
And finally, they decided to climb before turning turn point 1. It was a great option, but I don't know if the pilots before them took a better climb than they are doing right now. So Norbert Kiss and Marcin May, two great pilots. Norbert Kiss is at the third place of the overall ranking. So great pilots, and Marcin May, the Polish pilot, is at 14th place. And you can see that Uwe Melzer, Jarmo on the back are high. So do not forget to send us messages on the chats on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. I can see that Diego Fernando say, go S Lima, Sierra Lima Lima, go, go. So Sierra Lima Lima is Santiago Lopez from Colombia. Santiago Lopez is 15 on the overall rank and is well placed. Just after the more dynamic gaggle, led by Uwe Melzer and Jarmo, and he's quite high. 5 meters per second, looks great. 225. And Zbicek joining them. Mihaly Knos, the second pilot on the overall ranking, is joining them, but he's quite low. He has a lot of energy to gain before catching up the leaders. He needs to score some points if he wants to get back the first position. He was first on before the previous race, and Arne Martin managed to take the first position of the overall ranking. Just for information, the total point of the two leaders of Arne Martin and Mihaly Knos is 20,082 points for the first, and then 10,059 points. So they are only 23 points difference. So it is a very small differences after all these races. The overall leader is not defined yet.
I believe this first turn point changed the position of the teams. The teams changed the places, arriving the first turn point. Then some strategies climb and try and find a good term and not find, and other stay high and only stay high yet. Yet this team arriving now in an order climbing to get the headwind.
And finally, Witold Rozak turned the turn point 1 at the same time at Alpha with the Alpha Echo X-ray, and we have Santiago Lopez and Fox 9 They all turn the turn points. The others are waiting. They are climbing just before turn point 1 to get the best altitude before going to turn point 2 with the wind facing them. Jonas turning the turn point 1 in the 5th position. Great, so going straight to turn point 2 right now.
Well,
And
Whiskey
we are
Romeo
following
Whiskey.
the river for a moment.
Whiskey Romeo Whiskey stay strong average, high average.
Yeah, Witold Rozak. Oh, thank you, team, for
Rozak.
the average speeds. So right now we have the best average speed from Alpha Echo X-Ray. Yeah, 127 kilometers per hour, followed by Witold Rozak, 127.2 kilometers per hour. And we are staying about 130 kilometers per hour right now. So I think it will be something like that. Last time we made some bets on the final average speed. We'll see tonight if they are beating 135 or not. So we'll try to find who is Alpha Echo X-Ray. If you have this information in the chat, maybe you can tell me. And Alpha Echo X-Ray, Alex Olsweider from Netherlands. He is 31 right now on the overall ranking. But tonight he looks strong, he looks dynamic. Maybe it's the time to score a lot of points. We will see at the end. Yeah, now Alex is in a tricky situation because when you are the first, followed by world champions like Vitol, Yamo, pilots like that, you know that any decision you will make is important and will be analyzed by the best pilot. So it's a tricky moment for him. It's interesting to see how many pilots are grouped in what, 200 meters of height at the same position right now in the race.
And new team inform me.
Melza is joining. With Antoine, the other commentators we used to comment with, we have the habitude to do some bets, but we are betting on the winner only when we are sure. So right now we won't bet because there are too many people in the same altitude and in the same speed. So the winner is absolutely not defined yet, and I won't be able to tell who is gonna win. In addition, we have the handicap, who will um, rearrange the overall score. It will be quite difficult. Some of them are playing with with a dangerous altitude. 579 is quite low compared to the other, compared to the main group. And yeah, how many pilots did turn point 1? Thank you, team, for the overview. Yeah, as we know, we are about 50 pilots tonight, so yeah, 60% of them have turned the turn point. Very interesting, very grouped in terms of altitude. You see on the right that the altitude are quite homogeneous. Yeah, everybody between 2,000 and 2,600 meters, so very grouped. And they are all going straight to turn point 2 as the wind is pushing them For now, there is no option. Before we could
No,
see option west and option east, but now it is difficult to see. We saw that Zulu Lima 7 is the last one right now. Unfortunately for him, it was too difficult to climb, and he lost a lot of time. And
the,
where is
the team the whiskey, Romeo whiskey, is the best strategy, but she lost now. He's lost now.
Whiskey? Romeo Whiskey is on the right now. Vitor Rozak is
Yes.
here, and I saw that Whiskey 22, the leader of the West option, is a
Mm-hmm.
bit late, but he is not far away from the leaders. He's at maybe 15 position, something like that. He's just behind them. So still an opportunity to win. Finally, the leaders of the East option are a bit in front of the West option, but the West option is not in a lot of trouble. They are just behind. Jarmo Karjalainen. Great competition. And in Brazil, whether it is in real life or in a virtual world, are you doing some, let's say, classical starts? So it is not a regatta start, but a racing start or an IAT task, and the timing start when you cross the line, or you are doing in the regatta start like we did tonight.
Valeria, speak for real life. The rules.
Yes, the championship follow the sporting code of FAI, IGC, and we have a cross line and 3 kilometers of the center of our field, and it's the same in the world.
Mhm.
It's the same rules.
And in virtual, are you copying the rules, or do you manage and custom your own rules?
No, no. I think that 80% of the our rules are from IGC, FAI IGC.
In virtual flight, to have the racing without a window of the 30 minutes. In regatta too.
Yes,
You do both.
it's the same in
Yeah,
the
both.
real or the virtual. Yes.
And do you race AAT? So assigned
Yes.
task area in
Yes.
in real and in
Yes.
virtual too?
Yes, too. The boat.
Okay.
The both.
Yeah.
So maybe you saw during the final of the virtual SGP, but the Condor 3, the new generation of flying gliding simulator, will be released in a few months right now. And the AAT and the weather will be way improved. Let's say the way to manage AAT will be improved too. So it will be very interesting to fly this type of race in the new simulation. We are thrilled to see what Condor 3 will be. And we hope it will be released as soon as possible to test it. We are looking forward.
The date of the release is the end of the year of the Condor 3.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
we did the virtual Zeppelin Grand Prix, it was within 6 months. So you take September
Oh,
within 6 months. We do not
good
have a.
news.
Yeah, we are all expecting it a lot to see improvements. The weather will be way improved. We will be able to select zones. With it will be very very fun. You will be able to customize way more the weather. And yeah, we are waiting it. It will be very interesting for the task setter too. And speaking about that, I thank a lot the task setter for tonight and for all the races of the World Series, and also the people who are doing the landscapes, because most of the time they are not paid for this passion, and they are doing it for free and free time. So it is thanks to them that we have these great landscapes, very realistic, to see the different cities and the different airports, etc. We managed to have one landscape per country flown, and in this World Series, the objective is to fly in a different country at each race. So we managed to have a landscape for each one. It is great. It was not easy, but it's great. It's done. So we thank everybody who worked on it. Go back to the race. The pilots are a bit spread compared to a few minutes ago. They are all following the same energy line, I think, but right now different options were taken. Viton Rozak has stopped in a thermal on the right of the screen, but a lot of pilots decided to go straight and to go below the next cumuluses. I think there are more paths than cumuluses, because oftenly we saw 2 or 3 groups forming because there are 2 or 3 cumuluses in front of them. But right now, maybe it's too early and they will form a bit like we saw this, where we saw Marcin May, Eco-Québec, Emmanuel Cartier on the left and Uwe Melzer on the right. A lot of future winners. And you can see on the middle of the heading goggles, Whiskey 22, the leader of the west option. Not far away. Not far away at all. Maybe he's low, but I don't think so. Whiskey 22.
I think
He's
22 is below.
Yeah, a bit. 1,800 meters. So a bit lower than the other. Maybe this is the reason why he's so ahead. Speaking about energy, he has lost a lot of potential energy to be there and to fly quick. And yeah, right now, 2 goggles on the head.
Al- Alpha Echo X-ray, it's coming to.
Yeah, Alex on the left, and we have Uwe Melzer on the right, 2 leaders. Great thermal here. We are looking at the Vario, 3 meters. Yeah, 3 to 5 meters. It's a great climb. I hope that on the other side, Frank Uwe and the other, and Norbert Kies have found another great thermal. As you said a few minutes ago, just this decision can make the difference. Mike X-ray a bit lower, but he decided to go straight. Maybe he didn't find the thermal. Alex with Uwe Melzer, Frank. So in the chat, if you have an idea of who is gonna win, maybe it's the right time to bet, because there are plenty of pilots who can win. 2,400 meters for Frank in his ASW20. And Alex starting the transition. He leave the lift. and go straight to the next. He didn't went to the cloud base. Maybe the lift wasn't good enough at the end, because the lift, the best part of the lift is in the middle. You have a few meters before the cloud, where the lift is a bit going slower. Speaking about vertical speed, Nico Nieminen a bit lower, but he's leading the race right now. Miko, what are your points on the overall ranking? From Finland, Miko is 26 on the overall score. Still a great rank.
The people using the McRae 2.5, 3.5 variations is on this McRae from this flight. The counter,
Yeah.
the head face, the wind head, né? You needed more McRae, né? But you stopped to climb more. Né?
Yeah, tonight, as they are all flying approximately at the same speed in transition, 200 kilometers, I think that the MacReady setting are almost the same for everyone. Okay, Frank is leaving, and he's not joining Alex and Yarmo and Marcin May. He try another option on the right, and it is an interesting option because we can see great communities on the right. Very good option, followed by Zbisiek and Kuba Jadrzejewski. Wemelzer and Vito are so high compared to them. Very interesting. I will try to see with team if we have a live Twitch from one of the competitors, because some of them are doing a live stream during the races, and it is always a pleasure to see the background in the cockpit, watching the pilots flying with their own joystick or with the virtual reality headset, depend on your own preferences. And Gustavo, do you have a virtual reality headset, or what is your setup to fly Condor?
I use a mobile headset, not
Okay.
use not improved. It's more simple. It's better. Uh, but I use a joystick Trustmaster.
Okay, it's great. They are the best. Yeah, it is great. And you, Valeria, have you ever flown with Condor?
Yes,
And do you like it? Did you
I
enjoy
love.
the experience?
Yes, I love it. Every week I fly in Condor in the championship, and sometimes Brazil, sometimes in Argentina. But I love it.
And what is if you could tell someone to join Condor, what would be your first idea? What is the main objective in Condor? What do you like the most? Learning, competing, doing flights you can't do in the reality?
I think that the Condor, it's better to uh, prove the instructions and the learning. It's easy, quickly, and efficient to learn to fly. and it's better through competitions. Uh, in the case you fly the first time in championship in the place that did you know, then it's better to practice in the place.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I am also a real flight instructor, and Condor is a great, great tool to learn how to fly because you can repeat the procedures and the elements you need to learn, the takeoff with a tow plane or a winch, something like that, but also the final approach of the runway, and you can start over and again until you have full learn the lesson, even doing
Yes,
some pause. And it's very interesting because when you have a student in front of you, he didn't understood, so you make pause, you say, okay, you are doing this wrong, this right, maybe you can manage to fly this way, look at me, I will show you. And it's very interesting as a learning tool. Here we are just
yes,
showing the e-sport and the competition way of using Condor, but you have plenty of use of Condor. I agree with you. It's a very versatile tool for great and
yes. Here in Brazil, we have a scenery of the all the clubs, and the clubs have a simulator
Mhm.
with Condor, and this is a very tool to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And we saw in our different clubs that the pilots who come in real clubs with an experience in Condor are going very fast to learn how to fly in real life because they already have
Yes.
they already have the feeling of putting the stick on the right and going to right, pulling the stick and going up and stuff like that. They all know how to move the glider in the 3 dimensions, and it is a great advantage for them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, even if you are more advanced pilot, you are doing cross-country flying in the real life, Condor is a great way to learn and to practice your strategy of cross-country during the winter. Uh, Maybe also practice your strategy in competition to analyze the other and to make decisions, because we all know that in real competitions at a certain level we are all flying very well and the only difference is decision making. So if you can train this during the winter, it's always better for the next season.
I will say the same. The Condor it's an excellent instrument to you training cross-country flight, to make decisions, to improve your navigation, to get the average speed, to identify the clouds, the opportunity to not outland it, make outland it. It's
Yeah.
a nice tool to learn.
Yeah, and in addition, in Condor 2, we can plug different computers like we have in real life, which is LK8000 or
Mhm.
CU or XSOR. So you can train also to use the tool, the computer, to be ready when we will arrive in the real season, and you won't be afraid of the computer. And we all know that it is a very powerful tool, the computer. So
Mhm.
great way to train in the winter. We are arriving at the second turn point of race 12 of the World Series 2023 of the FAI. Down there we have Kuba Jadrozewski, who is going to turn point 2 in first position.
But risky strategy.
Yeah, he is a bit low, so he needs to climb, and climbing is lost in time. So first at the moment, but we will see on the next time what he will do to catch up the lack of altitude. Great flight, Kuba. And followed by Zbicek. And Frank, way, way, way higher than Zbicek. And Alex turning the turn point 2 at the highest position right now. Vittel following, OMLCR following. Marcin May, Yarmo after them. Now, let's go to the finish line. And to the finish line, we have 82.6 kilometers with the wind pushing from the right. Oh, quite interesting. They all went through the turn point and looking for a climb right after.
The internals outside the turning point.
Yeah. It is not a parameter in Condor when you are doing the tasks, but today you are right. We often see thermals just beside of the turn point. Yarmo going with the other. So Alex tried to find his own thermal, but at the end, maybe he lost a bit of time because I think that he was approximately at the same altitude as Frank, but now he's below. Maybe he lost too much time just in a minute. Yeah, great thermal here.
Yeah, 6.5. Juliet Alpha, it's more high in this thermal.
Yeah, but I don't think that Juliet Alpha has turned the turn point 1. Jonas, did you see him turning the turn point or not? He turned. Okay, so Jonas turned the turn point, and he is at the highest position. So
the best
sort
position
of,
of the race.
yeah, sort of leading the race. I'm looking for him in the overall rank, but I don't find him.
Again, a new team forming.
Yeah, at each turn point, as they need to cross the same point in the map, they are all grouping together at the same spot. And after that, we saw different groups creating. And here the nothing is done. Whiskey 22 again. He don't like to be with the other. I think he tried to manage his own way. Maybe it's interesting because he will be in the right side of the path compared to the wind. But yes, the thermal here is quite good. 4 to 7 meters. Wow. Maybe the thermal of the day. Jonas, where is you, Jonas? I can't find him in the other rank. Too difficult to look at him. Let's go for the last leg of this race. Jonas pushing 260 kilometers per hour. The AS20 will start to burn.
I believe the Jonas is close to final gliding.
Yes.
So let's calculate it. We have 48 kilometers to do with 3,000 meters. Yeah, looks like great. We have 2,000 meters. depending on the speed they are managing. If he push at 270 kilometers per hour, I don't think he's on the final glide. But
No, no, not fight glide yet. Not. I need more. He's need more one thermal.
yeah, I think so. One more to maintain a great average speed.
Oh, this average speed from the competitions now.
Yeah, maybe Tim, you can show us the average speeds of Jonas and the other. Great race from Jonas. We didn't see a lot. We didn't see him a lot, but at the end, he's there. To Juliet Alpha Jonas, 124.6 kilometers per hour. Whiskey 22 is a bit higher, 125 kilometers per hour, but he's on the right and he's lower, so the time needed to catch up. Oh yeah, is way lower. So the time needed to catch up the difference of altitude will be a problem for him. Jonas pushed hard. He has to be careful because Jarno, Uwe, and Frank are just behind. A
Whiskey
small
22
mistake,
is front.
and they will be there to catch up. Maybe for all the viewers in the different chats, you can start the bet. Who is going to win? Who are you supporting right now? Jonas, Jarmo, Uwe, Frank, the other, Vitold, Norberkis. Thank you, team. So we can see right now the second turn point on the right of the screen. A lot of pilots has turned it, about the half of them, I think, a bit more, and they are going north to the finish line with 3,000 meters and just 40 more about 40 kilometers to go. It is a time to think about the final glide, managing the last thermals, maybe one or two left. Yeah, so I made a mistake in my calculation before. It is now we have 70 kilometers to go. 70 kilometers to go and approximately 2,000 meters for the firsts.
Yeah, Whiskey 22 lost to the first team. Needed a climb, but it's very low. It is a risk strategy.
Yeah. And again, as we saw with Zulu Lima 7 at the beginning of the race, going low is a bit tricky because you need to find a thermal to finish the race. The first rule is to finish, and the time needed to climb to find the best thermal will make him losing a lot of time, and so average speed. Everybody is going very straight to the finish line. You can see Juliet Alpha on the right. He tried something. Will it pay? He was well placed a few minutes ago, taking a risk, going alone on the right. maybe he saw a great thermal, but yeah, you can see that Uwe Melzer, Jarmo, and Frank are flying through or below great cumuluses. Yeah, that's how we do. Jarmo and Frank pulling, turning right, trying to catch it. Marcin May, Alex below them. We'll see the average climb. Okay, the first turn was not so good, but they are managing to catch it or to catch something. 5 meters. Looks great. They are quite high compared to the cloud base. They won't have a lot of meters to gain. Yeah, exactly. 2 turns, and here we go. Another transition to the next cumulus. And 60 kilometers to go. 60 kilometers, 1,800 meters. I don't know what is the average glide ratio tonight with this transition, with this average speed. In real life, do you fly as quick as they do tonight with this type of club class glider?
This thermos is 7. I believe yes.
Yeah.
You get the 7, 6.5. It's you can't get the G climb the thermal. Yeah, you can do the 3.5 Mach range easy with the SW20.
For the small talk, I have a standard Cyrus, and during the COVID period, I've flown in a Condor, and when I set my Mach ready to 2 to 2.5 or 3, I saw the speed I needed to fly with the standard Cyrus, and I think that I never flown this speed in real life. So maybe I had to try to speed up a bit, and I tried in real life, and it worked completely. So I've learned to fly my standard Cyrus better with Condor after the COVID period. I was better, and I did manage to have 100 kilometers per hour average speed with the standard Cyrus, and I was so happy to do it only with Condor.
Condor, it's amazing to you test and lost your fear. Né? You're testing
Yeah.
new strategies, more risky. Né? You set the best meteorological weather conditions to you make this strategy. It's an excellent tool to this.
And in the chat, you can send us to tell us the experience you have in Condor. Just some of your adventure with the simulator. What we are doing with it. Why are you loving it? It's always a pleasure to exchange on this third and final leg of race 12 of the World Series 2023 in Brazil. Interesting to see Jonas on the right trying something. As we said, his position was a bit tricky because he was the first or the well-placed pilot. He tried something to make the difference, and the other pilots behind him were quick. They are experienced. We will see. We ask if
I believe the Juliet Alpha trying the final glide now. Climb it to stop the turning the thermals, you go to final glider.
yeah, maybe managing going through the thermals, just pulling a bit, gaining some some meters and going straight. We are 50 kilometers from the finish line from the Jonas perspective, but he's still climbing. Yeah, the average climb was not very good. Maybe he loses a bit of time.
But I know there's need climbing a thermal, less thermal too. This time lost by Girati Alpha is compensated by another's need to climb.
Totally agree. And we have Kuba, Vitold, Marcin May. They are all Polish pilots. We call them the Polish gang because they are always there and they manage to have the same strategy. They are speaking themselves. So
Polish train.
exactly. Yeah,
Not train of the Polish guys in the front.
they are flying very well. They train themselves to fly together, to have the strategy together, and they are flying very, very fast, always together. So yeah, we named them because it's too funny. Frank is ahead to Yarmo. They are going fast. They didn't slow down to gain some glide ratio. Always 200 kilometers per hour. And here we go.
Oh,
As
the average is climb.
Yeah.
as they stop thermaling, maybe the average speed climbs. Kilo Juliet Kubra Ayadrowski in first place right now. Only speaking about average speed, 133 kilometers per hour. And Vito Drozak and Frank just behind, 132 kilometers per hour. After them, Marcin May, Alex and Wimmelzer, 171.8 kilometers per hour. Three pilots at the same average speed. It will be close. That's why we love regatta start, because at the end, as they are all flying very well, the pilots are in a second or in 2 seconds at the arrival, and it's way more thrilling and more interesting to see. Because when you are doing a conventional start, when a pilot arrives first, he is not the first at the end because the average speed is not the best. But here we have a great idea of who will win. Tonight, for the arrival, they need to cross the finish line at 1,000 meters. They need to respect that, and unless they want penalties, but I think that they don't need it. So we set a security and safety altitude at the end. And yeah, with a 200 kilometers per hour during transition, they need to climb maybe the last time if they are reaching the cloud base. Frank is well placed. Yarmo just below him, and Wemmelzer and Jonas. Look at it. Well, Jonas, he didn't lose so much time. He managed to arrive at the same altitude of Yarmo. Maybe he's just the second pilot or the third, but taking a lot of risk, going in a different way. And here we are, maybe the final thermal. It will be tricky. It will be tricky between Frank, Yarmo, and Jonas. We, Alex, are not way further. Very interesting. We will see in a few moments what is going on. And maybe Valeria, can you tell us
Yeah.
a bit of the next event you are organizing? Is it the virtual competition or the real one?
Yes, in November, last November and the beginning of December, we have the national in the south of Brazil, the Air Club Palmeira das Missões, and we hope that all the pilots will be there. And we invite the pilots Uruguay and the Argentina and Chile and Paraguay.
Okay, so you are flying in this country too. You have a South American competition, like we have the European one. Do you have your one?
No, no, we have planned, but in this moment it's not possible.
Okay.
Then I am the delegate of Brazil and IGC, and my work is the stronger the South America, the sport in South
Yeah.
America. Maybe in the next year or 2 years, we have a South America gliding competition.
It would be very interesting. And when will be your virtual national competition?
In virtual is Pan America. We have the Canadians, United States, Argentinian, Brazilian glider pilots, and Australian too.
And do you know when the competition in Brazil will takes place in virtual
Uh,
competition?
Starting in beginning of the year and ending now in November, in one race at week.
Okay,
I position third in championship.
we will look at it with a great interest.
Yeah.
Going back to the race, I'm trying to catch it because we start to speak about your national competition. They were all grouped in the same gaggle, and now they are spread totally. We have Vito Rozak on the head with Kuba. We have Yamo on the right. Okay, that's why some of them saw the small cumulus on the left. You may know that some of the cumulus have a special shape, a special image, and it looks like the cumulus is just forming. It's just a new creation. So this type of cumulus may lead strong thermal. That's why Vitol, Kuba, and Jonas are going to it, but in a different option, going straight to the bigger one. We can see Yarmo, Uwe, Frank, and Alex. So yeah, the race is not finished. One or two thermals left because we have flown 200 kilometers. There are only 26 kilometers left, and they are quite high. Maybe Uwe, Frank, and Yarmo are trying to manage the final glide. Yeah, Jonas, I think he don't stop. He just taking a small amount of potential energy and he's trying to do the final glide. 22 kilometers left from these pilots. Slowing down just a bit. Yarmo and Kuba needed to climb before going to the finish line and to the finish glide. Wow. Doing some formation flights right here in the thermal.
A beautiful turning.
Yeah. A bit risky. As organizer, we always see that with a bit of fear, but it's okay. They managed to do it well. It would be too dangerous, and it won't be very cool to end the flight with a crash right now. It would be a shame. Right now, in the final moment of this race, maybe if you are looking at us, you can say who are you supporting, who you think is gonna win. On the left, we have Jonas. On the right, we have Yarmo, Alex, Uwe, and Frank. And in the middle, Kuba and Vitold. 7 pilots leading. And at the end, all these pilots will be in the same minutes of arrival. You can understand from the average speed of Vitold that he tried to catch up, rising a bit the speed. He was 220 kilometers per hour. Same speed for Jonas. Yeah, clearly Uwe, Yarmo, and the other are going straight to the finish circle, which is in front of us. And they need to cross the finish line at 1000 meters, so 500 meters left to fly the 15 kilometers left. And maybe Tim, you can show us the average speeds. And after that, we will do a small view of the 2D view. Okay, so 175 kilometers for Yarmo. 34.5. Very, very grouped. We will see the first 10 place will be hard to catch. The final ranking for this first 10 place is not decided yet. And maybe we can go to the 2D view to see where are all the pilots in this moment of the competition and to have an overall view of the different paths before the finish moment. ...220 kilometers. It is going fast. It is going fast. Maybe you can zoom out a bit, Tim, to see the competition numbers. Yes, thank you. Frank, a bit higher, a bit in front, higher than Yarmo. Wemelzer, a bit lower than Frank, but a bit higher than Yarmo. And we have other pilots on the left. Jonas, I think, is on the left. Yeah, Jonas on the left. I saw that Alex is not far away from them. Yes, Alex is just behind. So the first 5 place will be taken in just a few seconds. Okay, it looks like Frank is the best place to cross the finish line in the first position. He managed the flight well. He managed to be with the leading group with a very dynamic flight. Wemelzer pushing a lot, but be careful. You need to cross the finish line at 1000 meters. Frank saw that. Way is a bit in front. The finish line is arriving. Okay, Frank manage it very well. And it's done. Frank crossing the finish line at the first position, followed by Uwe Melzer, Jonas taking the third place, Alex going fast to the fourth
Amazing.
place. Oh, it will be short with Yarmo. I
Amazing.
I can't I can't say. I absolutely don't know who is taking the 4 or 5th place. It will be a photo finish.
Amazing.
Marcin May. Wow, the place 5 to 10 will be hard to take. Marcin May is quite okay right now. He has a bit of he's a bit in front. Zbicek and Vitold and Kuba, the Polish gang. And they managed to do it well. 3 Polish pilots crossing the finish line. And
Congrats.
Norbekis is the next one. Norbekis will be the in rank 10 of this race 12 of the World Series 2023 in Brazil. What a race! we saw different strategies in the first leg and the other two, and at the end the timing were very close. Even if for the 4 and 5 place we don't know at this time who is gonna take the 4th place or the 5th place. Very interesting. And yeah, Norbert Kiss, we will wait for him to take the place number 10 and Emmanuel Cartier for place number 11. And we are back to Bahia. Now you should feel home, Valeria.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing race.
No, nice. This is race for it's a very competition.
Yeah.
The head of head, they changed the first place several times.
Yeah,
One
and
wrong strategy, wrong thermal, change the time, change the team. With the in the
Yes.
first place, change it again. It's Bahia. It's Alain.
And Mercy Mays was a brave, because Libelle is not competitive in lane. Luiz Eduardo Magalhães. I have a Libelle, and I fly every time
She
here.
she loved the libelle.
yeah, she's the one who got the
Yes,
libel.
yes, it's a beautiful glider, but in longer distance and strong wind,
Yeah, it's a bit difficult.
oh, it's difficult. Yes.
Yeah, all the pilots were brave tonight, especially the pilot with the Cirrus and the Libel. Bit was glider in this club class, but they are all brave. They managed to do it well at this level of the competition. As you said, the pole position changed a lot in this type of level. You need to be strong, to be focused, to not doing the wrong decision and to mess it up at all. And yeah, the first 10 pilots have a strength flying, which is very interesting. And this type of this level of in this competition is always interesting to see. As we said, the regatta start makes the final glide very interesting. Just a few seconds between the pilots at the end. Very interesting. Maybe we will see the 2D view to have an overall view of where are the pilots before going to the studio. Going back to the studio.
Okay.
And
Congratulations to the winners.
yeah,
Congratulations for the all competitions.
Yes.
yeah, congratulations to all of them. Thank you Thank you very much, Valeria and Gustavo, for joining us tonight, for your
Thank you.
experience and your
Thank you
explanation
for
of Brazilian gliding. Maybe if you want to say a final word, it is the right time.
thank
Yes,
you for
and
all.
thank for all, and we will invite the all pilots to fly in Brazil.
Yes.
Yeah,
Enjoy the summer. The summer here is snowing in
Yes,
Europe. Enjoy the summer here in Brazil. Have the snow in Europe.
yeah, we really enjoyed the evening with you tonight. We will see the next race number 13 in Chile, next to to Brazil. And until this time, I wish you a very good day to all of the viewers, to you, Valeria and Gustavo. Enjoy your day and see you the 9th of November for the 13th race in Chile. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all. Thank you very much.